Emmerdale's Archie Breckle and Kerry Pollard find themselves in serious trouble next week when their dangerous AI plot is exposed. While trying to squeeze more cash out of Caleb Miligan, the pair are caught in the act by a shocked Eric, leaving them scrambling for an explanation. In recent episodes of the ITV soap, Archie turned to artificial intelligence to impersonate Caleb's daughter Steph and trick him into sending money. Believing he was helping with a deposit for Steph's London flat, Caleb unknowingly transferred the funds. After the youngster began spending heavily on expensive technology, Kerry grew increasingly suspicious. Although she originally encouraged him to confess, Caleb's cutting remarks changed her mind and persuaded her to join the scheme instead. In Monday's episode, Kerry shuts the shop early so she and an uneasy Archie can move forward with the next stage of their plan. They place another call to Caleb, while once again pretending to be Steph. In a newly released spoiler clip, Archie types messages into the AI program, which then reads them aloud using Steph's voice. The fake Steph chats casually with her parents and blames her slow replies on a poor phone connection. When Ruby mentions news about Steph's former boyfriend Ross, who is now dating Laurel, Kerry takes control of the conversation. She laughs that Laurel is about twice his age, before gradually turning the discussion towards finances. The pair try to persuade Caleb to send an additional £5,000, but their plan quickly unravels when Eric demands to know what is happening. He seizes the laptop, causing the AI software to malfunction and revealing the deception to Caleb. Now that Caleb has discovered he has been conned, it may only be a matter of time before Kerry's involvement is exposed. The big question is whether Eric will report the pair's actions, despite having a history of questionable schemes himself. Kane receives disappointing health news in Emmerdale as his cancer battle takes another difficult turn. Earlier this year, Kane learned that he had prostate cancer. After facing a lengthy and stressful wait for surgery, which was further delayed when he was struck by a car, he eventually underwent the operation. Since then, he has been trying to adjust to life after treatment and cope with the lasting effects. One issue that has been particularly difficult for Kane is bladder control. Several embarrassing incidents left him feeling ashamed, leading him to avoid going anywhere without easy access to a toilet. Thankfully, a recent conversation encouraged him to take a positive step forward by purchasing leak-proof underwear. Realizing he couldn't allow the side effects to dictate his life, Kane slowly began rebuilding his confidence. The following day, he returned to work at the garage. Although nervous about being back, he initially focused on office tasks rather than hands-on repairs. However, a clever intervention from a colleague soon saw him back working on vehicles and doing what he enjoys most. Next week, Kane continues making progress when he decides to attend Kyle's cadet swearing-in ceremony. At the village hall, Kyle proudly takes his army cadet oath, but becomes upset when he notices Kane's seat is empty. What Kyle doesn't know is that Kane has rushed to the Woolpack toilets after spotting a wet patch on his trousers. While there, he receives support from Charles, who arrives with a clean pair of trousers. Although deeply embarrassed by the situation, Kane accepts the assistance and appreciates the reassurance that the incident will remain private. He later returns to the ceremony and admits what happened to Kyle. Fortunately, Kyle responds with understanding, telling his father that he isn't embarrassed and is simply pleased that he came back. Later that evening, Moira tries to lift Kane's spirits after he confesses that his ongoing health struggles are making him feel less masculine. The following day, Kane and Moira attend a hospital appointment to receive the results of tests carried out after his surgery. While the operation itself was successful, the consultant reveals worrying news. There are signs that the cancer may have spread slightly. Crushed by the update and disappointed not to receive the all-clear, Kane becomes even more distressed when he learns that further treatment will be necessary. However, he must wait several months before it can begin, as his body requires time to recover from the prostate operation. To make matters worse, he is informed that radiotherapy could potentially make some of his current side effects permanent. Kane and Moira agree to keep the news from their children for the time being, but family secrets rarely stay hidden for long. With yet another setback threatening their future, Kane and Moira are left facing an uncertain road ahead as they try to come to terms with this latest blow. Emmerdale is set to deliver an explosive reaction from Caleb as the shocking scam storyline continues to unfold. Recent episodes have seen Archie Breckle successfully trick Caleb out of £5,000 by using advanced AI technology to imitate the voice of his daughter, Steph. After previously targeting Eric and Kerry Pollard, Archie turned his attention to Caleb and managed to fool him completely. Although Kerry soon uncovered what Archie had done, she chose not to expose him. Instead, upcoming scenes reveal that she becomes involved in the scheme herself, helping Archie try to obtain even more money. Their actions begin attracting suspicion from those around them, while Caleb remains unaware of who is responsible. Discussing the storyline, Will Ash explained that Caleb is deeply upset by what has happened. According to the actor, Caleb is furious that he has fallen victim to a scam, particularly because he considers himself too clever to be deceived. He is also disturbed by the fact that the fraud relied on impersonating Steph, making the betrayal feel personal and invasive. The situation leaves Caleb feeling as though his trust and relationship with his daughter have been exploited for financial gain. On top of that, he struggles with the embarrassment of being conned, especially given his reputation as a tough and experienced businessman. As the mystery deepens, Caleb becomes determined to uncover who is behind the deception. He wrestles with the possibility that the scammers could be operating from overseas, while also considering that the culprit may be much closer than he realizes. Ruby also attempts to investigate the crime, but her efforts fail to produce any answers for the time being. Meanwhile, pressure continues to build on Kerry and Archie as both Eric and Jai grow increasingly suspicious. With the walls closing in, it appears only a matter of time before the truth comes to light. When that moment finally arrives, viewers can expect Caleb to react with intense anger. Will Ash teased that Caleb's rage will be immense, particularly because he has been outsmarted by a teenager. The actor added that Caleb also tends to underestimate Kerry, often dismissing her as less capable than she actually is. However, he pointed out that Kerry is far more intelligent and resourceful than many people give her credit for. Discovering that she and Archie successfully manipulated him would only add to Caleb's humiliation and make his eventual reaction even more explosive. The fallout promises to be dramatic when Caleb finally learns who has been pulling the strings behind the scam. Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8 p.m, while episodes are also available to watch from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.